I'm coming to you from my desk here in the North Carolina Senate, where last night I was the one responsible for running the bill to modify what's been termed the Racial Justice Act in North Carolina. Very little to do with race and much less to do with justice. It in many ways was a Trojan horse, a backdoor to let people people convicted of very wrongful crimes, murder, rape, arson, things that ended up dealing with the death penalty. And it was a way that I believe the opponents of the death penalty had been able to modify the North Carolina state law to pretty much stop the death penalty in this state. And when I say it dealt very little with race, there were over a third of the people that had filed RJA actions that were actually white people convicted by white juries for murdering white people that actually were filing under the Racial Justice Act because it dealt strictly with statistics. Mark Twain was very fond of quoting Benjamin Disraeli, a 19th century British prime minister, who, when addressing the issue of lies, said they're lies, they're damned lies, and then there's statistics. Our law was one of only two in the country that ended up trying to use statistics in order to say whether or not someone was wrongfully given the death penalty. Now, what we did yesterday is we stopped that portion of the Racial Justice Act where it dealt strictly with statistical analysis. And what we did is we went back to the United States constitutional requirement under the 14th Amendment Equal Protection Clause, particularly in the case of McCleskey v. Kemp. And that case was one that basically said that all judgments are personal, and that if someone has been discriminated against personally, then by all means they have the right under equal protection to fight that. I, of course, believe in that. I'm an attorney. I've been an attorney for almost 20 years here in North Carolina. I've gone into many, many fights in criminal court protecting individuals' rights and fighting for the Constitution, and I very much believe in that. But I also believe in the death penalty, and I do believe in justice. And I was glad to head up this bill last night. I was glad to see it pass the Senate. Now it's on to the governor, and we'll see what Governor Perdue will do with this. I hope she does not play politics. I hope she keeps us safe by seeing to it that the Racial Justice Act is modified in the very reasonable way that we did it, and that death row inmates are not able to escape their sentences and even possibly get out and wander our streets again. Thank you again so much for allowing me to represent you out of New Hanover County, Senate District 9. I'm Tom Goolsby, and I do wish you all the best.